Robert, first, thank you so much. I'm a huge fan of your work. I promised I would tell you that my wife was as well. She's a big fan of The Witch in the Lighthouse. So this is a treat for me. Absolutely. So your films thus far have been very stylistically different and distinct, and you obviously jumped genres with the Northman, but they're all connected in some degree by themes of, real world magic, powers kind of beyond the pale. And I really wanted to ask you why that terrain inspires you.
It's hard to say. I mean, something that I've been, and I just don't know. You have to ask my psychiatrist. But something that I've been saying lately is just, growing up in a very secular culture where there isn't a lot of magic or sublime to be found. As much as there's a lot of things about Viking culture that are absolutely completely horrible, a culture where every single object in nature and the world is imbued with significance is appealing to me, and yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I definitely think the Northman captures that. How did you settle on telling the story of Amleth's tale?
Well, basically, when I found that Hamlet was based on this Nordic folktale, I was really excited because I could use this very simple plot that everybody knows and to tell a big story while I could still explore and share with audiences things about Viking mythology and ritual culture without being too confusing, because the narrative itself is something that everyone can just kind of feel comfortable in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to also, while I have some time, talk to you about the final confrontation between Amleth and Fjolnir. It's so cinematic, and I wanted to talk to you about what went into creating it and shooting it and all that.
Yeah. So, I mean, before I had a movie, I thought if I ever made a Viking movie, it should end with a naked sword fight on a volcano. And to accomplish that, we scouted Mount Hecla, where it actually takes place, and shot some plates there. The beginning of the film is actually Hecla. But we found a quarry outside Belfast that looked more Hecla-like than you would imagine. Craig Lathrop, my production designer, brought in a ton of black earth to cover that, to make it even more Hecla-like. And then Sam Conway, the special effects supervisor, brought in giant flames and smoke and ash and cinders and all these amazing practical effects. And then Seamus Lynch and the gaffer and Jaron Blaschke, the cinematographer, designed these LED lights that would act like lava. And so the lights were programmed to move the way lava moves, and those lights were all on the mountain. So, and then Angela Barson, the VFX supervisor, went to Iceland where there was the recent eruption and shot all this footage of the eruption there to have a naturalistic guide to the CG that was then put in over the LEDs. But I think because the LEDs actually had motion to them, the light actually had the motion of lava, that's part of what helps it be more convincing than some other volcanoes in the past.
Absolutely. I've been told that's my time, unfortunately, but thank you so much for yours. It's been a real pleasure, and I love the film.